Good day, everyone. We are from grade 12Abm06a Group 2, and our research title is Impacts of Sleeping Late to the Academic Performance of grade 12Abm01A to 4A students of Phinma University of Pangasinan school year 2019 to 2020.
The research problem of our study seeks to answer the following questions. First, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of age, gender, hours of sleep, and general average? Second, what are the impacts of sleeping late to the academic performance? And third, is there a significant relationship between sleeping late and the academic performance? The scope of the study is limited only to the senior high school grade 12 ABM1A to 4A students of Phinma University of Pangasinan. This study is conducted from June 2019 to October 2019.
You need to work hard, not just for yourself, but also for your other group mates who sacrifice their other schoolworks and makes effort just to make the research study.
In this section, the researchers explain the importance and benefits of finding of an individual or group of people. For example, the parents, students, community, young people, and future researchers.
We use a questionnaire to acquire the needed data on impacts of sleeping late to the academic performance of grade 12 ABM1A to 4A students of Phinma University of Pangasinan school year 2019 to 2020. Specifically, the rating scale type of data collection wherein the respondents will rate the statement given from 1 to 5. The survey questionnaire is to be answered by 141 respondents. After the questionnaire have been accomplished, the results were tallied and tabulated. The data gathered from the interview become the basis of analysis and interpretation.
Knowing the impacts of sleeping late is important to the society, as it gives a lot of information regarding what the impacts of sleep deprivation are. It is not just only to give information, but also for them to be aware that sleeping late can have a big impact to their academic performance. Regardless of this impact, sleep itself is important because it is our nature. We do this every time we feel exhausted and tired, but people who limit the hours of their sleep may have multiple effects to a student that includes the lack of energy during discussion. Sleeping in class, which may result of the student not listening to the whole discussion, not understanding what was discussed by the teacher, and getting a low scores during quiz, examination, and performance tasks.
In summary, the purpose of this study is to discover the impacts of sleeping late to the academic performance of grade 12 ABM1A to 4A students of Phinma University of Pangasinan. The research method being used was quantitative, specifically descriptive type of research design. The respondents of the study were 141 students who are currently enrolled in Phinma University of Pangasinan under the section of 12ABM 1A to 4A. Self-made questionnaire were made for data gathering in form of rating scale and also the profile of the respondents. Frequency count, percentage, and testing of the hypothesis were used for the treatment of data. This study aims to determine the impacts of sleeping late to the academic performance of grade 12 ABM 1A to 4A students of Phinma University of Pangasinan.
Our motivation in conducting this study is to give a student a knowledge about the negative impact of sleeping late. As a student, I want to help other students to give a tips or a plan to do their sleeping routine. Some students did not complete their 8 hours of sleeping because of their working on a project or personal problems that affect their mind and that cause a negative impact in the body's ability to fight illness. Lack of sleep can also affect our brain function, including memory, decision making, reasoning, and problem solving, along with reaction time and alertness.
The scope of our study is limited only to 141 students of grade 12 ABM 1A to 4A who sleep late and how it affects them academically.
The limitations that I encounter is that we need to wake up early for us to survey because our respondent schedule is for morning, so we need to adjust. Another limitation is that we should overcome our shyness and have confidence for us to be able to distribute questionnaires and gather data.
Our research questions are important because it allows us to know the sides of our respondents, whether sleeping late of students has an impact to their academic performance, or it doesn't have an impact at all. Our research question is used as catalyst for our research. It helps us focus for where our research starts.
The two most important sources for our work is the books and the electronic sources. We find it helpful because it gives us the information we needed in conducting our study. It also makes it easier to find information about the impacts of sleeping late to the academic performance of students because we have our own electronic gadgets and we have a library in our school to look for the needed information.
Our research methodology is the descriptive method. We choose this kind of method to utilize the impact of sleeping late to the academic performance of a student. The information gathered serves as basis for our student and for interpreting data.
The respondents of our study are the grade 12 ABM 1A to 4A students of Phinma-Upang. The total respondents are 141. It is derived using the Sloven's formula, and the respondents are chosen using the random sampling.
The measurement instrument we use in conducting our study is the questionnaire method because it is more accurate for the study that we are conducting.
The findings we found in conducting our research study is that most of the grade 12 ABM 1A to 4A students of Phinma-Upang has a low academic performance when not obtaining an 8 hours of sleep a day because it affects their activeness during class discussion.
The original of our work is that our research produces new knowledge and information instead of summarizing what is already known in a new form. Just like our very own research title, it creates essential ideas for helping a person academically when it comes to sleeping late. The strongest part of our study is the gathered data from our survey questionnaires that provided us information, and the weakest part is finding credible sources.
Based on our findings, our recommendation to the students is to sleep at least 8 hours a day to prevent from falling asleep in class and lack of energy during discussion so that it will not affect their academic performance.
The importance of the study is to let people and students know how sleep is important, and then they can apply it as essential for helping a person maintain optimal health and well-being, because sleeping improves mental, emotional, and physical performance.
If I were to change or conduct this study again, I will change nothing. We are conducting this study to know the impacts of sleeping late to the academic performance of students. It is helpful to the readers of our conducted research to know the impacts of sleep deprivation to the academic performance of students. As sleeping late can lead to low academic performance of students, it can affect their performance during class discussion because lack of sleep makes a student get a low energy and not physically and mentally active in class.
For me, the best thing I could do to give myself, if I could go back to the start in our research, is to trust myself first. Because for me, success starts in yourself in order for you to be able to work clearer and cooperate with your group mates. Try to help and trust each other to achieve your goals in conducting your research study. And lastly, give some time and long patience to do your research study.